welcome back, and we are moving into our final segment for today as we are joined by mother and son team. Of course, mom, Tiffany Simpson, is well known for developing different games and educational computer or technology-based programs. And now we have your 9-year-old son, Jayden, who is a game developer as well. Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yes. So Tiffany, obviously your natural inclination seems to have rubbed off on your son. Let's start off with a bit of a history about your own unique journey with Jayden.
Okay, well, and I think I've mentioned this on the show before, but just to recap, at age 3, he was diagnosed with autism, and his speech, social skills, and academic skills were not developing. It was during that challenge that I taught myself to create computer games and mobile apps to help him to develop his speech and his social skills. And at times we'd use videos to do interviews so that he would learn how to develop his social skills, and then fast forwarding to, let's just skip out.
So the games helped him learn how to talk, right?
Yes, how to talk.
Because that is a part of the struggle sometimes that, or that's part of a challenge that autistic children tend to have. They either develop late speech or no speech at all.
No speech at all.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was a bit concerned that his speech would not develop.
Yeah.
So I started to work with him very early on that. And then once his speech started to develop, then there was that issue with the social skills and understanding how to start and end conversations, and many of the other challenges that we're not necessarily aware of when it comes to persons with autism.
Well, this is a gargantuan success.
Thank you.
So Jayden, tell us about how you started to develop games.
Well, I show the kids how to do the game space trivia, who create Roblox, what color are ticks, and what color are Robux. Something like they're green or yellow. And that's why I started showing the kids how to play Jetpack Master. and that's the one I created.
Oh, wow. That's the one you created.
Yes, Flash versus.
So let me understand how this happens. You were just great at the games, right? And you were beating everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. So where a lot of people would just want to keep on winning, you started to show people how they could win. Yeah? And then you got a lot of people who were following you.
Oh, yeah.
I like your t-shirt, smart, young, and free.
Yes, he has his own t-shirt shop.
Yeah.
You say he's also a brand ambassador?
Yes, he does interviews for different businesses. So, and it's very candid, right? That's his t-shirt shop.
Yeah.
So parents go on there and get t-shirts for their kids, and we add products every month. So that's one of the things, and then he models them and showcases them in his videos.
I'm not doing enough. Wow, this is inspirational.
And he has a page on Patreon where
what is Patreon?
Patreon is a platform that allows creators to collect money for their work. As you know, YouTube has made a lot of changes to their monetization module, and it is designed for the really, really, really big channels. Only they can make money. But with this model, you could actually just bypass all of that, all of that bureaucracy, and start collecting for your work, right? And so that's what he has.
So Jayden, what's your favorite game?
I play Roblox and Minecraft. Like to do a video.
Yeah, so sorry.
And also and I play games every day, and also every single night until I just watch videos until I didn't know how to like download Roblox or even Minecraft. So I had to watch videos, so I had to go on roblox.com, and then when I click one of the games, I just press play until I just asked my mom to download Roblox until she said yes, until she had to click download and install. And also I was by my friend's house, Zach, and I was playing until it was taking for a whole hour.
Oh, wow. So when did we go from game player to game instructor to game developer?
Well, I guess it was always there, but I guess even though he has problem with speech development, but at age 2, he just took off the training wheels off his bike and he started to ride. And it was the same thing with the stick nodes. He just he searched for these things himself. I'm not the one.
This is one of the games that he's developed?
No. That's one of the games that he promotes. He's brand ambassador for.
Nice.
But he found this stick nodes app that uses the Flash and tweening script language. And then
you lost me.
yeah, so let me just
You lost
yeah. So
Let's have the so let's pause it.
so anyway, he came to me and said, "Mom, look at this," and then he started to create. I mean, he just downloaded it and then he just created the thing just like that, and that was it. There was no transition between practice, development. It just boom, just like the bicycle.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So those are platforms that allow you to make the games. It's like
Yes.
a template, or a
Well, this
program.
one is for cell phones. So it allows you to create them on the cell phone, but you have to do it screen by screen and then like adjust the. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it, and I actually know Flash.
Yeah.
I'm not as acquainted with the tweening, but I use ActionScript for my games. So
Tweening.
the tween, it's a script language.
It's a script language.
Yes.
And how long does it take to make one of these games?
Well, it depends on who is making it. If I try to do it, it will take a week. If he does it, he can do it in 1 minute.
I just do it all by
In a minute?
myself.
You do it all by yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to make a game? That's why you downloaded it? And did you like the game that you created?
Yep.
And are other people playing it?
Yes.
I'm still trying to figure out how he came across the app. I'm still stuck
Look
there.
at that face, Jayden. Tell us that story.
I'll tell you about like when I didn't download stick knots. Well, from the last time I was watching videos about stick knots, and then I was trying to find how to download it, but I didn't find how to download it until the last time I went on the Google Play and then I typed stick knots, and then I had to download it, and then when I see like stick knots Pro, it just costs a lot of money. But I just had to download stick knots. And
The
then
free version.
Yeah.
until I had to download the pack. They come and have a pack, and I download all sorts of packs, and also like the Flash, Savitar, Pivot, Batman, and also Pivot Goku though.
That's all very technical.
Yes. Yes. And the thing is, he downloads his own packs. Like if he needs, like if he decides on a scene that he wants to create, he downloads the packs that he however he searched
Yeah.
for them, and then just create them.
Now, I want you, Tiffany, to break this down for us because as non-technology people, let's use that as the example, you have a full understanding as to how to create apps and how to create programs and the challenge level that is involved there.
Yes.
You are obviously very proud of what Jayden has been able to accomplish.
Yeah.
And what I'm sensing, it's not just as mother and son.
Right.
It's as developer to developer.
Yeah.
Explain to us how challenging it is what he has done with this game.
How challenging?
Yeah.
Well,
What type of expertise is
I
required?
can't do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that I have developed products that I am able to put on the market and people want to buy,
Yeah.
and I still can't do that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So how are you going to help him harness these skills?
Well, we're starting our own series.
Okay.
Yes. So it's a behind the scenes look at our life as mother and son, because I also homeschool him, and also as business partners, right, and developers. And
Oh, that's
Where-
my dog, Jayden, right there.
Oh, what's his name?
Jayden.
Jayden.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, did you name him?
Yep.
Uh-huh. So you're doing an online series?
Yes, we're doing an online series. We also want to bring it to TV as well.
Yeah.
Showing like behind the scenes what goes on in because a lot of times, I guess especially parents who have children with special needs, or maybe not even special needs, kids on a whole, they're a bit clueless about their kids and technology, and there's that gap.
Yeah.
And helping them to understand how to kind of bridge the gap, and showcasing some of the homeschooling techniques that I'm using to help him to develop not just his academic skills, but also his life skills, and turning his talents into a profitable business.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on a subscription basis, they have access to all the tools and
Yeah.
all the other extras that we're using to make it happen.
So what do you call Stick Nod Pro?
Stick knot.
Stick knots.
Stick Nod Pro, is that a surprise birthday gift coming up for him? Or a Christmas gift?
Well, Stick Knots Pro have sounds, like they have Dragon Ball Z Punch or like Dragon Ball Z Ground to like make sounds.
What happened is the free version that he's using doesn't have sound,
Yeah.
right? So, yes.
And so you're still begging for Stick Knots Pro?
Pro, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Is there any? I know you do the PSC
Yes.
CD
The BJAP.
beach. Is there going to
CXC.
is there going to be any collaboration, something to look out in the future, which combines on a higher level and a more intense level all of the gains that he's made with his gaming developing and your educational trust?
Yes, and that is the purpose for the series. It's kind of to, I guess, a marketing engine to help us to establish, what are some of the milestones that we've been able to make with the development, and then of course to, already have an audience when we kind of put it all together and
Yeah. Tiffany, what has the feedback been like? The great aspect of an online platform is your reach is far beyond Belize.
yes.
And we have parents with autistic children in this country. Oftentimes they feel very isolated and they don't know how to work with their children or have very limited support.
Right.
But it extends beyond Belize as well.
Yes.
So what is the feedback with his particular online profile for parents who also have autistic children?
We've been doing some online marketing, primarily on Facebook. And we have thousands of parents who have reached out so far, right? And have been begging us to give them some kind of give them some direction.
Pointers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, we gather their feedback, and then that's where we decided to come with the series to kind of help them, give them support, and then like on a monthly basis, we have this Google Hangout where they can ask us questions, and of course they have to be a subscriber. They have to pay for the monthly fee, but they get to speak with us, they get to interact with us, they get to ask us questions, and it helps to give them a sense of, I guess, hope. Because if you talk to parents of kids with autism, it's like doom and gloom. I have never. When he was first diagnosed, I went on forums, desperately looking for some ray of hope, and there was none. So I had to create my own.
You've gone past that. You've gone past hope to the, I think, the stage of inspiring. Because even for a parent like myself, who does not have a child with autism, it does tell you that there's a lot that can be done.
Yes.
And that there is not a hopelessness.
Yes.
In fact, as opposed to hopelessness, you can one up this thing.
Yes.
I mean, and in Belize, you think that, and that's why, Jayden, I am inspired by you, because in Belize we can't find a lot of things.
Oh.
So I don't know how you find these things online. I'd be lost online. How do you find these things?
I download them.
Exactly. That's my point. I don't,
You know?
I don't, because I am very good with, especially market research, targeting specific audiences online. And, well, just recently, my business took a huge hit. I'm not going to go into details about what had happened, but this was, I guess, a way for us to kind of improve our grit and develop even greater resilience. It's just him and I, you know, I'm a single mom, and, you know, I have to take care of him, and then, you know, we have to figure out a way to make it work despite every single challenge. Economic challenges with autism, single parent, yes, entrepreneurs, everything. So that was, and it also says that it's possible. You know, a lot of times people tend to throw in the towel because they just talk themselves out of moving forward. Right? They it all happens in their head, but if you apply yourself, then you'll be able to overcome these challenges. Of course, there are other factors like emotional intelligence and putting together a logical plan of action, right?
And strength of character, because someone looking at you might say, man, it's a very, very strong lady. I probably couldn't do that. So, you know, I think that you have to give yourself a lot of kudos. You know?
Thank you.
A lot. Because doing business in Belize is extremely hard. So I'm just thinking, you were telling us
You're
about
even
something.
including the women in tech
Exactly.
aspect, which is very challenging.
And and that was the challenge I came up against, is that you know, there are specific people who are trying to imply or even put systems in place to say you don't belong here. Right? And this is regional, not just, this was, because I have my games, I have a game for the Jamaica GSAT exam, the Trinidad SEA, and one for the Nigerian NCC. NCC.
International.
Yes. And they're like, no, you don't belong there.
That's a business, that's a capitalist.
Yes, it is capitalist.
But it is also, and I think, you know, it's fine for you to share the challenge, because I think people need to know that there are challenges in any success.
Yes.
It doesn't come easy. Nobody, what is it? Overnight success usually takes 10 years. And it's important that we share these stories. And I think what you are emulating for Jayden is the determination and the grit that will be necessary for him to continue in his own gaming career.
Yes.
So here's what I'm battling with. I have friends with children, and they want to get their kids off the game.
No.
But you're showing the opposite end, that there's skills they can learn through it. So what do you say to parents who have their own kids bugging them at home? Please buy me this game. Please download XYZ. What would you say to them about the opportunities that exist in having children learn technology?
I think it is an avenue that they can use to bond with their children and reach out to them. And games have always been a way for me to make an intervention as a mom, like I need to, without having to scream and yell and pull hairs to get things done in the home. So we have been able to use games as a medium of communication, right? So, and those are some of the things that parents could tap into to help them to lead their children, right? And to help them to become the men and women that.
When you say use it as an intervention, what does that mean? I mean, you take it away if you're not.
No,
performing.
that's not. No, that's not. What I do.
What do you mean? Because that's the way.
Yes, I understand.
That's the way most parents
well,
do it.
that's cultural, but
I'm on a full war with YouTube right now.
Okay.
Look at Jason. What's wrong with you?
Guilty.
Yeah. he's weird.
No.
My daughter's addicted.
Well, it's all about balance, right? Because then I use the games as a way to teach him math, to teach him reading, and I'm able to help him to balance his day. If you just leave him alone and he develops a habit of the addiction, then it becomes problematic. But I think for the most part, you have to be able to lead them. With him, I do everything. If I need him to do something, I will do it with him until he gets it.
Yeah.
Right? So I spend that time making sure that he develops that habit, and not just leave him behind YouTube or leave him unattended. And then when it
The
becomes like
monitoring is important.
the monitoring is important. You don't allow the demon to grow, and then it's like, okay, let me just, it won't work.
He's pretty good. He's been sitting next to that device the whole while and hasn't touched it. Not many kids can do that. So tell us, how can people in Belize support you and Jayden in what you are doing?
Okay, you could go to my website, tiffanysimpson.com. You'll find a link to his website. It's thegames.space. And you can shoot us an email, and we can, well, there's an automated system, but you could learn more about how you could get involved, how you can learn more about what we're doing, and how we can, assist you if you're looking for some direction on how to make it all come together.
Yeah.
In the home, in business, socially, everything else.
So Jayden, your mom can teach people how to make apps. Do you think you can teach other kids how to make games?
Yep.
Yeah?
Easily, not sure. Like,
Do they have to be really smart like you, or anybody can do it?
Okay.
You think you can teach us?
Yep.
don't go too fast.
I know.
And please don't make it complicated.
And he'll do like a really simple one. I asked him to do a simple one.
All right, let's see it. Go ahead. You're going to see
Okay.
how quickly you can create this game.
Stick knots.
He's going to do it live.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll see how his
Yes.
mind works.
Look at the smile on his face, like, I'm going to just blow you guys away. More.
Okay.
Okay, remember to do a short one because
Yeah, you need a very short one.
and a very short one.
Okay.
The first time you did it, what was your sort of reaction?
I think I didn't have a reaction, and usually if I see something that you know, kind of, it's a little bit exceptional. I try to just don't get excited. I just, you know, kind of try to process it. Yes. And then, I mean, it was so complex that I knew it wasn't a fluke, right? Kind of like the bicycle thing, because with the bicycle, he took off the training wheels and then he started to do like wheeling, you know, like, and he was 2 years old. At that time, he could not speak.
Yeah.
But he could ride the bike.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to learn to ride the bike. And then so now I'm seeing him doing these flash animation, and
I'm almost done, okay?
Okay, great. That's amazing.
yes.
Can I ask you a question, if I can divert for just a section?
Okay.
A second. Autism is a spectrum disease,
Yes.
which means you can be anything from the lower level to, well, from the higher functioning to having a lot more social issues.
Yes.
What have you learned about how Jayden's mind works as an autistic child?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Oh,
You even found what his skills, like, when you give the example of the bike, that's something.
Yes,
like, I
and
can see, even in the way he speaks, like, I hear some of his sequencing. He's
Yes.
very sequenced.
Yes.
But
yes,
yeah.
it is. And his speech is that way because it's, I guess, practice. It's rehearsed.
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Whoa!
Wow.
He's doing flips.
Yep.
And you
Okay,
did all of that,
hold it up so the camera can get it real good.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
right
did
there.
all of that just now
Yes,
between the
just
time
now.
that we asked you 2 questions.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep. Well, I do it with the tweening.
With a tweenie. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Can I tell you, I have no idea how you did it, Jayden, but you are such a young, brilliant mind.
Yeah.
I hope that you keep on continuing on this path, and we will only see even greater things that you do, right?
Yeah.
Tiffany, I think one of the important things that you said is obviously the business area as
Yes.
well. So we hope that people will visit your website. It's tiffanysampson.com.
Simpson.
Simpson.com.
Yes, Tiffany Simpson.
And from there they can get the links to Jayden.
And if you press the tweening, look what happens. It just like goes like that. If it do it with the tweening, it'd be perfect.
Oh,
There's somebody out there who just dropped their remote.
yeah.
One of these days, I'm sure that we're going to see you develop a PS4 game.
Yeah.
PS4
You're gonna have a
game?
game bigger than Minecraft,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? More popular than Minecraft.
Yeah.
Do you think so? I think so too. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. This has been an amazing conversation, very inspirational, as
Yes.
Kevin keeps on saying. And I know that there are definite struggles in what you do, but keep up the great work, Tiffany.
you.
And Jayden, we can't wait to see what kind of great things you're going to do later on.
Okay.
And I mean later on, like next year, right?
You know he's working?
Next week, yeah.
He's working in the next 15 minutes.
So once again, if you want more information, you can get in touch with Tiffany at her website, tiffanysimpson.com,
Yes.
right? We'll post a link for you on our Facebook page so you can find it. But thank you once again. We're going to go ahead and take our final break. And when we come back, we'll have our wrap up, so stay tuned.